Oh, my producer is just making me happy this morning. Now, in the world of trends, there's so much happening. Like I said earlier, there was a KNUST student who caused stir after sitting in Bibini River for about 6 hours. Wow, how is she doing right now? Because, her feet were in the river. I wonder how she's doing. A young lady has been spotted sitting in the Bibini River in the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi. She's said to be a student of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. In a video, the lady is seen sitting on a chair in the middle of the river for about 6 hours. However, it emerged that she sat in the river as part of an artistic project work by some postgraduate students at KNUST. And not in a river anymore 6 hours. I mean, she sat in the river for 6 hours. People got very disturbed about it. Some residents who witnessed the bizarre incident expressed shock at the conduct of the young lady. I'm shocked to see her seated there for 6 hours and she had her feet in the water. I hope she gets some medical assistance because no, she can't be okay. I don't think she's okay. Because that alone has a lot of health implications. So something must be done. If this is for art, and you put somebody's child in that river for art, for your postgraduate work, hey, anyway, I hope she's well. That's all I can say. Let's move on to our next story. Sam George blasts government over reports of e-levy deductions on amounts below 100 Ghana cedis. A section of Ghanaians have taken to social media to complain about e-levy deductions on transactions below the 100 Ghana cedis threshold. To this end, the Member of Parliament for Ningo Prampram, Sam Nate George, has called out the government and the Ghana Revenue Authority. The legislator believes the implementation of the controversial electronic levy was rushed, adding that the situation will only get worse. In a Facebook post, Sam George accused the government of rushing to implement e-levy in a bid to frustrate the injunction case in court. Well, he's saying it will get worse. Is Sam George the latest prophet in Ghana? Because it looks like this guy has been giving some predictions and it's been coming to pass. So the last prediction that he gave, in order for it not to come to pass, the government decided to still push for the e-levy, to be implemented yesterday. It got implemented yesterday, but guess what? There are too many, brouhaha going on. Deductions less than 100 Ghana cedis. That's a little bit too much because we're not promised that. I think even the 100 Ghana cedis, people were worried about it. And now it's less than 100 Ghana cedis. And I think I did 3 Ghana cedis. I did 3 Ghana cedis, yes. And they didn't deduct. Probably if I had done 10, they would have deducted, but I was scared. So I did 3 Ghana cedis. But hey, we're still in there. We don't know what's going to happen with the e-levy. But guess what? One of the networks will tell you, okay, we don't charge you. Ours is 0. But e-levy, this is how much they charge you. Hey, the politics in this game is not easy at all. But anyway, let's hear from you. The phone lines will be activated because we want to hear from you how you've experienced it. I mean, if you decided to test the system, how much were you deducted? If somebody also sent you some money, how much was the person deducted? Share your experience with us right here on Prime Morning. We move on to the next story, and it's still on the same e-levy. Momo agents call for e-levy education against panic withdrawals. This education won't work. It won't work. We already know what is going on. We are experiencing it. We don't need education. Agents who operate mobile money business, otherwise known as Momo, are seeking solutions to minimize panic withdrawals during the implementation of the e-levy Act 2022, Act 1075. We have been educated. We have been informed. Even e-levy said people have done music on it, entertained. Still, they say they'll go deduct. They are deducting. We still know here. How can you send something like 10 Ghana cedis and you be deducted like 1.5%? That's too much. 10 Ghana cedis. Hey. Anyway, Anyway, please, if you got deducted yesterday, I still want to hear from you. Let me hear from you. Let's get talking. Share your experience with us. If you can't call us this morning, it's too early for you to talk. Just leave your message on social media. We'll still read it out. We're on Twitter, Joy Prime TV. We're on Facebook, Joy Prime TV. You can even go on our Instagram page and still leave your message. To the next story for today, practice what you preach. Give 10% of tithe you collect to GRA as e-tithe. KSM to pastors. KSM is calling on Ghanaian pastors to give what he believes belongs to Caesar to Caesar. At the back of some pastors supporting the Elevy, the Ghanaian satirist is calling on them to practice what they preach by also paying tithe from the tithe they collect from the church members. Mr. Kweku Sinti Misa addressed his concerns to the Christian Council of Ghana in a post he shared on social media. Dear Christian Council, kindly donate 10% of all the tithe churches collected to the GRA. Let's call it e-tithe. Support the e-levy for Ghana to become like Europe. Practice what you preach, he tweeted. You see, I think in recent times, people are being too hard on the churches. So they're saying the churches should pay tax. They're saying the churches should. Now it's e-tithe. I said something and somebody came at me and said to me that make sure the pastors don't pray against you. Now you can't even speak. I mean, probably there are people who are backing this idea and there are others who are not. Obviously, KSM is a bold one to go out there and say, pay this. But you don't want the pastor to pray against you. But Charlie, you don't fear. You don't fear the government or you don't fear the pastor. Which one do you fear? Let me hear from you. Today, it's all about you and I. So we'll get interactive on the show. So when the phone lines are on the screen and the number is activated, you just call us and let's get talking. Let's move on to our next story for today. Ex-Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan launches a book titled Legendary. Legendary. In fact, it's Jan. So legendary. I actually watched it live. Legendary, a book detailing the life and career of Ghana's all-time leading goal scorer, Asamoah Gyan, has been launched in Accra. The launch, which took place at the Kempinski Hotel on Saturday, was attended by a number of the country's former and current footballers, members of parliament, ministers, diplomats, business leaders, and fans of the former Black Stars captain. The special guest of honor for the event was the president, Nana Akufo-Addo, who officially launched the book. An emotional Asamoah Gyan said he was overwhelmed by the support he had received while writing the memoirs and during the launch. I didn't expect this level of appreciation. I am overwhelmed by the love shown, he said. Asamoah was in particular effusive in his praise for his brother, Bafo Gyan, whom he described as the key to his success. When I started, no one knew who Asamoah Gyan was. I couldn't have done it without the support of my brother. He's the one behind my success, Asamoah Gyan added. Someone will say, oh, that's so emotional. Oh, Gyan also reiterated his desire to see future generations inspired by his experiences, which have been recounted comprehensively in Legendary. I think we want to watch a video, a snippet of it, so let's watch.
Initiative will go far. We believe this initiative will go a long way to help promising talents and open their minds and understanding. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank my friends, my legends, who came here to support me. My brother, Freedom, I call him Cheddar, the maestro himself, Abedi Pele, Nime, thank you so much. Mr. President, thank you so much for honoring this great event. And the most important person in my life, who is not here with us, that's my mom. My dad is also around, who came here to support me. My friends and family, my brother, everybody who came here to support me, I thank you so much for what you have done. This is an historic event, and I promise to make Ghana proud. Thank you so much, and God bless.
You are definitely making Ghana proud, Asamoah Gyan, and we are super proud of you. But hi, how can you didn't mention your children and your wife? Because as far as we are concerned, you are not divorced yet. And what's the meale? Anyway, this was just by the way anyway, because I was hoping to hear, you know, to my wife, to my children, but I didn't hear it. I didn't even see them there, but that's life. When life gives you lemons, you turn it into lemonade. Let's go on to our next story for today. But wait, before I go on to the next story, we had some people purchasing Asamoah Gyan's book for as much as 100,000 Ghana cedis. Kennedy Japan, who never disappoints, did it. I think Dr. Sapong, he also did the same. Ofori Sapong, yes, I think that's his name. He also did 100,000 Ghana cedis. We had Kets Okrik, who do, I think, 50,000 or 20,000. I'll have to get the figures right. But we had some good money going out there. Cheddar did 50,000. A few people did, and our very own Jay Foley did 10,000. Go you, Jay. Jay, please. You know, I know that Elevy has hit, but you can still send me some Momo. You know, Charlie, your sister, sort me out. Just sort me out. You know, I got you, Charlie, and I know you got me. So just sort me out, okay? All right. To our next story, I have sold my privacy, says Jackie Appiah. Actress Jackie Appiah says being in the limelight as a filmmaker has left her with no privacy. According to her, she cannot do the things the average human being may be doing without having people talk about it. Jackie Appiah stated that I have sold my privacy, and so I cannot do what an ordinary person will do. For instance, yesterday I was driving and someone crossed me. I wanted to insult the person. Like, what kind of driving is that? But I cannot do that. So true, Jackie. The actress said that it is not an easy task for her to live a normal life, stating it is very, very difficult. Jackie Appiah disclosed that she tries as much as possible to keep to herself and stay away from trouble. Jackie emphasized that she's always on guard to ensure she does not misstep or get people talking about her actions. This is the difficult life about this whole celebrity thing. You can't be yourself. You can't even show when you are angry. You always have to come out, you know, being this Miss Goody Two Sure, being all sweet. Sometimes you want to, you know, just sit in the trottoir and feel free, and just because people will talk. Imagine your car breaks down by the roadside and you want to get down to check what is going on. You don't know who is going to take out their phone and take a picture, put you on Twitter. People will insult you. Oh, Charlie, you guys, you have to understand we the celebs sometimes. Me, I'm not part of. No, I'm not part. Me, I've been buying my watching from the corner, from the ghetto by the gutter. I'm not part. Anyway, let's move on to the next story. You see, my producer is screaming in my ears. I need to move on to the next story. Let's move on to the next story. I'll sort out my family issues, says Yoli Doshi. Nigerian actor and movie producer Yoli Doshi has urged Nigerians to focus on the problems in the country while he deals with his personal problems. The award-winning actor made this call in a Facebook post. According to him, even though he is grateful for the massive support from the public, there is the need for citizens to focus on addressing the challenges that confront the country. I thank all of you for your concern towards my family. The love, concern, and support you have all shown me and the family this past few days is overwhelming. Truly appreciated. Thank you. I promise you all that all is well, and any issues arising in my family I'll sort out amicably, as it is my personal problem. For now, let's focus on the general problem that affects us all, which is the situation of our country. Okay, so I think you were saying that he's actually going to run for presidency. So he needs you to pick up the forms for him. The same energy you used to back him when he decided to say, come out with this all false publicity, or the publicity stunt. You gave him a lot of energy. He needs the same energy to run for the presidency. So go pick the forms for him, support him, and let him come out as the president of Nigeria, and hopefully he will fix a lot in the economy. Also, I think yesterday he came out to say that, yeah, the son is not his son. The actress is not his second wife. They did it because he took a course, or he read somewhere that if you want to do gather attention, you need to create a publicity stunt, and hence he did it. He didn't know it was going to yield such results, but it did yield the result, and he's excited about it. So sometimes you guys need to try some publicity stunt to get the people talking, get your followers go up, get more popular, and then you can hit with your agenda, and that's what he did. So his agenda is to run for presidency in Nigeria. We wish him all the very best. To our next story. I've never said I love you to a woman before. Hey, false. We all know they there, so it's all right. No wonder your name is False, but we still understand. False, the bad guy. Celebrated entertainer and lawyer Falana, I hope I got it right, known in showbiz as False, has revealed he has never said I love you to a woman. In his 30 years of existence, False said he has never said the popular I love you to any woman. The singer said in the university he never succumbed to peer pressure and did not engage, date any woman. Hey. Your name there is good, pa. Otherwise known as False the Bad Guy for his romantic lyrics and sexual mannerisms. He said his craft is basically a figment of his imagination. He made this revelation in an interview which shocked the host and their many listeners. I am still shocked. False the bad girl, there's a girl, bedding. Your name safe be false anyway, but we still believe you. You they talk. So if you say you haven't done it before, we don't have a choice. We'll still believe you. False the bad guy says he's never done it. Okay, False, you've never. So even your mother, you haven't said I love you to your mother before. To our next story, which happens to be our final story for today. Singer Kiss Daniel quit smoking for his kids' sake. Whoop, whoop. This is good news. Nigerian singer Oluwatobi Loba. Your names are amazing. Your names, I give it to you. Hey, no wonder even when you come into the industry, you pick names that we can mention. Kiss Daniel. He has quit smoking to mark his birthday and for his kids' sake. The father of two took to his Instagram page on Sunday morning, which also marked his birthday, to share a video where he officially announced that he has stopped smoking. Right, I think we have a video. Let's watch the video of him saying that he has stopped smoking. All right, so yes, Kiss Daniel is on air and he's actually, all right, let's hear him. Let's hear Kiss.
Those of you still struggling with this addiction, it is not cool and it is not good. Trust me, it is not. So, may God save our soul. Respect for me. I quit.
Kudos to you, Kiss. Kudos to you. I'm excited about it. But if you have to go into rehab to get yourself there so you don't get back into it, please do. I know it's difficult whenever somebody is addicted to something and the person wants to quit. It's not going to be an easy fight, but we are all behind you and we know you can do this. With our support and love, you definitely can. There's a lot that's been happening in the world of sports. This weekend, you know, people were scoring people like water. People were drawing like water. People were going to relegation. People were playing tennis. People were running. People were playing rugby. Let's go into the world of sports.